Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm Cora and today we'll be reviewing Atheeri by Lattafa. The first time wearing my glasses on the channel. I live in an incredibly dry climate and I just couldn't do it with the contacts today. They were shriveling up like raisins in the sun. On my channel, I review skincare, fragrances, and I sprinkle in a little bit of lifestyle. I do tend to spend a lot of time with my experience with a fragrance before moving on to what the manufacturer says you should be smelling. So if you want a tatted up fragrance enthusiast telling you what to smell, keep watching. You know, I'm well aware that I've got like the forehead going on. It's happening. You gotta live proud though, live proud. And I've tried bangs. I swear, if you all saw pictures, you would tell me, don't go back. The bangs cannot be uncut. I tried not to read very much about this scent online before I got my nose on it. I always try to approach fragrances with an open mind. I'm afraid I did expect this one to have a lot of floral elements to it, especially because of its release date. Atheeri was released earlier this year in 2025. This is pretty good for me. I usually have a backlog of fragrances. I feel like I'm just catching up most of the time, but here we are in 2025. I really want a full bottle of this, but let's talk a little bit more about it. I sprayed this on paper first. On paper, melon and a fresh accord were incredibly prominent at the opening. The fresh accord came across as light without feeling soapy and without being tingly in your nose, if you know what I mean. On paper, it was perfume-y and slightly sweet with yellow florals. On paper, it came across to me as generic, but very, very nice. As it dried down on the tester strip, I started to get more and more white florals. Now, on the skin, on my skin, this fragrance elevated. It was even better, like an enhanced version of what I smelled on the paper. On my skin, it smelled fresh, but expensive, slightly sweet, and mass appealing. Now, you know me, I usually don't go for the mass appealing fragrances, but I'll make an exception for this one. On my skin, the perfume note came across as kind of mature at first, but as I wore it, the blend is so good that the perfume-y accord started to feel more modern. It was prominent, but not overpowering, and it shared space really, really well with the melon, fresh accords, and floral elements. I was just so impressed with how well balanced it was. I totally expected the perfuminess to keep growing and overpower the florals and the melon scent, but it totally didn't. It was very well balanced. For me, if I had to rank the perfumey vibe, this fragrance was about 40% perfumey. On my skin, it got more robust and rich as it dried down. I'm telling you, 20 minutes after I put it on my skin, it was a much richer fragrance. I was sold after 20 minutes. I did have a hard time discerning what was giving it that rich quality. Is it vanilla? Is it amber? Is there a touch of resin? For me, this is a big winner for spring and summertime. It smells like it's meant for special events, but if you work in a professional capacity at all, this would be a great elevated scent to wear every day. For me, it's giving a nice dress, heels, and gold jewelry. Atheeri smells like a $75 perfume to me. Getting this on my skin was definitely what won me over. I was so amazed when it lasted 9 hours. Something I noticed though was this doesn't project as much as other Lattafa fragrances do, but I'll take it. The richness is so good. I don't care if only I'm smelling it. If anything, it makes people want to come a little closer. Let's take a look what the Lattafa website has to say. On the website, the top notes are listed as passion flower and dewdrop, with middle notes of orchid and jasmine, and base notes of vanilla and amberwood. I smell melon in the opening. I smell melon. I've heard some reviewers say they smell honeydew, that this is a honeydew fragrance. I wonder what dewdrop means exactly. Definitely smelling fresh, that's for sure. My nose picked up on the florals. We've got several florals in this fragrance. And in the base, it looks like I was onto something. I just couldn't figure out that both perhaps were present, the vanilla and the amber. I'm not a floral connoisseur. Like I've mentioned before, I don't really enjoy floral fragrances, just in general. So for my nose, it's hard to distinguish between different types of florals or different types of flowers even. I mean, I know what a rose smells like. I've used rose water. I've used rose scented beauty products. But besides that, I'm kind of limited, trying to branch out, trying to smell everything. Let's see what Fragrantica has to say. The top 3 accords are floral, sweet, and amber. If I could mix these around a little bit, I would put aquatic at the top with floral and then white floral. A wonderful, wonderful fragrance. Like I said at the beginning, I know I'm repeating myself, but it was that 20 minutes on the skin that really, really won me over. I want a full bottle of this now. It's so rich on the skin. It's rich and sweet and inviting, but not overly sweet. It's just so well done. Something to consider: if you don't enjoy traditionally perfume-y fragrances, this may not be the scent for you. There is a price difference right now. On the Lattafa website, Atheeri is going for about $45, but on Amazon right now, it's going for about $10 less, around $34. Like I said, I would pay $75 for this perfume. Let me know if you have any favorite traditionally perfume-y scents that you really like. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.